Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Alpha Ice Complex here in Harmer Township, Pennsylvania. It is Monday night. It is Berg Hockey Night here at the Alpha Ice Complex as we have a AAA matchup to open things up. Canon-McMillan and Central Catholic. My name is Brian Mitchell. I'll be taking you throughout this evening. We're going to get started with the road team tonight in their dark blues this evening, led by Michael Lamberger, is Canon-McMillan, assisted by Tony Crugianoli, Matt Lyons, Kyle Marlin, and J.D. Audie, Brett Oldeker, Justin Sellup, and the team manager being Beth Lowry. David Salze, number 2 on defense tonight. Alex Gallardini wearing number 11. Braden Phillips wearing number 12. Carson O'Donohue wearing 24. Number 29 is Benjamin Votodian. Number 31 is Kyle Bedner. Zachary Wilcox will be wearing 38. Number 42 will be Ethan Franzik. Adam Sorelli will be wearing number 48. Number 72 will be Tom Lowry. Number 77 will be Anthony Petrillo. Starting in goal wearing number 81, James Morgan. Number 84 is Nico Gallardini. Dom Tricana is wearing number 86. Chase Sloan will be backing up James Morgan wearing 89. Brendan Lamago will be wearing 91, and Braden Edgar will be wearing number 97 for Canon-McMillan. Big Macs right now 0-2 on the season, lost 2 straight, one with Bethel Park, one Baldwin. Looking to avenge that against what is been a really good Central Catholic team so far this season. We're going to talk about them now. We're going to introduce them a little bit differently than we do because Central Catholic gave us a line chart for this one. Central Catholic, led by Billy Connolly, his 13th season as head coach for the Vikings, assisted by Michael Petrella and Michael Lamison. Lamison's in his first season, Petrella in his 12th season. Director of Hockey Ops is Jimmy Gaffney. First line looks like this tonight. Griffin Lewis on a left wing with Josh Moline and Evan Benscoter on a right wing. At center on the second line, Sam Gaffney. Noah Ritz on the left wing and Scalise on the right wing, Dante Scalise. At center on the third line is Alex Sarkis. On his left side will be Anthony DeRazio, and on his right side will be Doug Berthold. On defense tonight will be Ethan Pevich, wearing number 11 here. He'll be paired up with Beckham Alger. The second line defense is going to be Tyler Gaffney and Nathan Cox. Billy George and Ricky Castrocani is going to be the final pairing here. Starting in net tonight, of course, Jacob Dole, the senior for the Central Catholic Vikings. He will be backed up by Patrick Laterry. Central Catholic Vikings 2-0 to start the year so far, leading the AAA division. Only undefeated team, I believe, right now. Might be wrong on that one. I'll have to double-check the standings. I believe that they are in the lead because they are 2-0. Last 2 games, they got wins over Mount Lebanon and North Allegheny, that overtime win over the Tigers on the 13th. We'll talk about them here in a little bit. We'll be back momentarily with the puck drop here at the Alpha Ice Complex. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live. Thank you for joining me here at the Alpha Ice Complex. Once again, Canon-McMillan looking for their first win of the season. The Big Macs having a tough time against Bethel Park, losing 5-2 in their opener and losing the Baldwin 2-1 in their last game on the 11th. Both those games were at home at Princecap Arena, first road game of the season for the Big Macs. Central Catholic, of course, the shutout win over Mount Lebanon on their opener on the 10th, and North Allegheny at home here, that overtime win last week on the 13th. Wait for the two squads to head to center ice, and we'll get started. Once again, thank you for joining me here at Alpha Ice Complex. I am Brian Mitchell. This is Burgh Hockey Live on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and on the 10band.tv Roku app. You got that on Amazon Fire 2. Free to watch all the games, of course, archived on YouTube if you're interested in checking that out. Two teams will get their final talks with the coaches, and we'll get underway. If you're interested in following up after this, we've got a single A matchup as the Plum Mustangs will face the Fox Chapel Foxes in a single A matchup here. Zach Wilcox will step in with Sam Gaffney. Just awaiting the opening draw here. Puck is dropped. Cook will drop the puck, and it'll be won by Central Catholic back. I'll get the numbers with the names of the numbers here momentarily, as we always do. Nathan Koch packs it around. It'll be dumped in by Tyler Gaffney. They'll go down in. It'll be held on to by James Morgan, and we'll have a face-off to the left of the Canon-McMillan net. 16:47 remaining in the first period. Quick change already for Ryan Lamberger's squad. Back up to the point. It'll be shot on by Nathan Cox. Goes back around. Gaffney throws one across. It goes back and out of the zone. Back will go Tyler Gaffney. Gaffney gets it up and dumps it back in. Picked up and dumped around where the Big Macs will take it. Edgar can't hold on to it, so it's going to be carried back out by the Vikings and dumped down. It'll be Sam Gaffney dumping it in. In and around will be picked up by Petrello, and it'll be dumped up for Edgar. Edgar can't get to it, so Tyler Gaffney across, looking for Beckham Alger. Alger carrying into the zone. Alger looking around, waits for it. Can't. One behind. It'll be thrown on and cleared up into the near corner. They'll battle off. It'll be picked up by Gallardini. Gallardini lets it go out, and here comes Vitodorian. Vitodorian couldn't get the puck, so it's going to be carried back in and dumped after a little bit of a hit, but back out for Franzik. Franzik dumps it into the zone. Franzik into the near corner, waits. Franzik waits, get a little bit of pressure from Alger behind. Tricana back for Franzik. Franzik on the backhand, dumps it up for Gallardini. Nope, he's going to pick it up himself. Had Vitodian in front. Waits, throws one in front. Opportunity there. A save made, and rebound is picked up and carried out by the Vikings. Here comes Scalise into the zone. Scalise in the near corner, dumps one up. It cleared back and around. Gallardini waits, dumps one out. It's going to be picked up by Alger. Alger, neutral zone, just dumps it back in. We're going to wait. Morgan behind the net. Lets it go. Lowry will dump it up, but it'll be going to Moline. Moline lets it go, and it's going to be dumped in by Salze. Dumped on net. Dold holds on. Face-off coming up. 14:44 remaining in the first period. Scoreless here at the Alpha Ice Complex between Canon-McMillan and Central Catholic. Face-off one forward on Salze by the Central Catholic Vikings. Brought in, shot on nicely. That was Ben Scoter. It's going to go back out. Ben Scoter will dump that one back in the corner. Picked up, shot on, scores! Central Catholic gets on the board. It's 1-0. As a goal by Josh Moline gets things underway. Central Catholic 1-0. Goal at 14:26 in the first period. Stuff one back to Canon-McMillan. We picked up. Phillips will dump it up. It'll be nicely played off the boards by Berthold. They'll play in the neutral zone. Carried out. Petrillo. Petrillo into the near corner. Down, Tyler Gaffney will dump that one around. Picked up by Berthold. It'll be dumped back in by Canon-McMillan, and they'll go back around. Dold comes out. Nathan Cox passes one up. It goes past the forward, and behind it'll go. Gaffney will chase down with Wilcox. Wilcox and Gaffney on the wall. Passed up. A lot going on the near wall. They battled it out. Gaffney down and thrown around. Tyler Gaffney. Gonna pick the puck up and carry it out of the zone. Gaffney on his own, passes it over. Shot, save made by Morgan. Rebound comes out, another shot, another save. Edgar takes it, throws one up, finds Petrillo. Petrillo coming in. Opportunity shot, bounces around. Dold played it, but it bounced off something, slowed it down. Good adjustment by Jake Dold, and we'll have a face-off coming up to the left of Jake Dold. Face-off. Shot on by Vitodrian. And it's going to be out of the zone. Here comes Canon-McMillan back in. Vitodrian took a hit behind. But it'll be taken by Castrosini. They'll carry it out, back out, and cleared back in by Lowry. Defense will clear, and it's going to go the length of the ice. No icing on the play. Back in and around. Castrocani. Going to get hit along the board. It's going to go back off, and a shot will be taken by Berthold, and it's going to go the length of the ice. They'll be chasing it down. Shot on, and bounces it around. Opportunity, loose puck in front. It's going to be taken to Dold. Nope, nice play there, and we got a penalty coming up. A hold is coming up. Let's see who they tag for it. Looks like it's going to be Billy George, the sophomore, heading off for Central Catholic. A hold along the side of the net. 12:31 remaining in the first period. 1-0 Central Catholic leads the Canon-McMillan Big Macs heading to the power play. Franzik passes it back. Cirilli. Cirilli throws one across. Opportunity. Oh, had Wilcox across. Coming back on by Franzik. Save made by Dold. Rebound. Cirilli. Save made. Dold. Two big saves early. Cirilli. Kyle. And we have net off the moorings. 12:15 remaining in the first period. $1:45 remaining in the power play for the Big Macs. Face-off going up to the right of the senior Dold. Face-off won by Canon-McMillan. Franzik across Cirilli. Cirilli across. Back down for Phillips on the half wall. Tricana. Phillips, shot low, goes wide, bounces around, opportunity for a rebound. It's going to be picked up and cleared up, but not out. Griffin Lewis with the opportunity. It's going to go back up to Phillips. Phillips waits, throws one around. Wilcox for Cirilli. Puck will bounce a little bit, then be cleared by the Vikings. It'll go back out. Tricana out of the zone. Tricana gets big hit across center. Tricana is down, and he is hurt right now. The hit came in on the knee. He is down right now, holding his knee. So make sure he's okay. I'll have the camera off angle. Tricana came through with a head of steam and ran into a Vikings defender on the way, and he came down hard. .11:36 remaining in the first period. 1:05 remaining on the power play for the Big Macs. We'll be back momentarily. Scary situation as they were trying to take Tricana off the ice, and he was unable to go under his own power. .11:36 remaining in the period. Looks like Tricana came in. Oh, yeah. Big hit, and faceoff will be won by Canon-McMillan away in Phillips. 56 seconds remaining in the power play. We'll just clear one into the zone. Picked up by Cox and thrown up along the boards. Kept in nicely by Phillips. Phillips passes it up. Nice pass for Cirilli. Over across Dole to hold on to it. Petrillo with a great cross ice pass. I was able to rewatch it a little bit, but it wasn't a full rewatch, so if we get a little bit of time, I'll take a look at it again. We're throwing a front opportunity here for Canon-McMillan. Back down, Cirilli. It's Phillips at the point, but he waits, throws one across. Petrillo fans on the shot. Franzik will wait behind. Petrillo falls down as he's trying to get around. As we picked up and cleared out by Central Catholic. It'll be chased down by Phillips. Braden Phillips, the sophomore. Waits, passes it up. Batodian across, and he picked up and cleared out by Central Catholic. Lowry for Petrillo in their own zone. Penalty has expired. Petrillo is going to carry it out. Pressure from Gaffney. In across, and it's going to be Petrillo coming in around in defense. Nicely played. Back up to the point. And that was Franzik throwing one off of the netting, and face-off will come up to the right of Dold. Deflection on the shot from the point by Franzik. Face-off coming up to the right of Dold. Salze will step in with Moline. Salze and Moline tie up. It'll be won by, I'm going to give that one to Central Catholic real fast for pushing it forward, but Canon-McMillan will take the possession. Backing around, Ben Scoter lets it go, and it's going to be cleared out. Carried in by Moline. Moline dumps it behind for Griffin Lewis into the corner. They'll battle around, backed out by Salze, but it's going to be stay in off of a player. Gallardini will battle in there, but it's going to come the other way. Opportunity for Canon-McMillan's thwarted as Beckham Alger will carry it out of the zone. Alger into the zone. Up, shot by Moline, bounces off of a block and off the pad of Morgan. It'll bounce back up. Gallardini. In and around, back up and cleared. Oh, big hit by Alger up high. That's a penalty coming up against Central Catholic. That was, he got up high on the head with it. Looked to be an elbow, but we'll see what they call. Calling interference, 2-minute minor to Alger. Face-off will be coming up to the left of the Central Catholic net. Franzik steps in with Sam Gaffney. Face-off will be won by Gaffney to Gaffney. Tyler Gaffney will just throw one up for Sorelli. Sorelli takes a shot. It just goes across, past Phillips. Phillips shot block coming the other way. Opportunity is Scalise. Scalise brings it on a backhand. Save by Morgan, and the net comes off. Stretched out on a big save by James Morgan. 8:57 to go in the first period. Still 1-0 Central. Gaffney steps in with Franzik. Face-off won forward by the Vikings, but it'll be picked up by Canon-McMillan and coming the other way. It's Phillips. Phillips, long pass, looking to try to get Wilcox. Goes past him, and it's going to be an icing call against Canon-McMillan. A little too hard of a pass before the blue line. Gaffney steps in with Franzik. One back to Phillips. Phillips carries it in, throws one up for Petrillo. Petrillo into the zone. Anthony Petrillo waits on a half wall, passes it back. Opportunity for Wilcox to be picked up by Cox and held in. Lowry across for Sorelli. Sorelli in the zone. Throws one up. Lowry. Franzik passes one across looking for Petrillo. Nobody home. Lowry shot tipped in front. Bounces around for Wilcox. Oh! Dold finding the puck at the last second and held on to. 8:13 remaining in the period. 57 seconds remaining in the power play. 1-0 Central Catholic leads Canon-McMillan. Alpha Ice Complex. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is a PIHL AAA matchup. First of our doubleheader this evening. Ritz steps in with Edgar. And be won by Ritz. Tyler Gaffney back out to the point. Lowry keeps it in nicely. Batodian can't hold on to it, so it'll be cleared out by Central Catholic. Back down. Morgan for Lowry. Behind the net. We carried out by Batodian. Gaffney waits. And it's going to be cleared all the way down the ice and on net where Morgan will take it, just dump it over a defender, and he's picked up by Salze. Like a cross for Lowry. Lowry for Salze. Into the zone. Salze will just dump that one into the near corner. Tyler Gaffney picks it up, dumps it around, and it goes out of the play over the stick of Batodian. Morgan picks it up and gives it to Lowry. Lowry. Franzik lets it go, and it'll be cleared back out by Central Catholic. An opportunity coming the other way. Modine Throws one on net that Morgan handles, and 7:02 remaining in the first period. Shots are 9-9, but the score is 1-0 Central Catholic. Moline. Wins face-off, goes with a backhand shot on it. Moline throws one in front. Opportunity there is going to be picked up by Canon-McMillan and cleared out. Nice play. Pavic can't hold on to it. Franzik gets it, but Petrillo behind the net. Petrillo throws one up in front for Wilcox, but it's going to go the other way. Opportunity for Central Catholic. Pass up to Lewis, but it's going to go back out. Back out. Moline throws one in. It'll go behind the net. It'll be picked up by Ben Scoder on the backhand. He'll throw one off, but it'll go to Wilcox and cleared all the way out. Ooh, Franzik almost got a stick on that one and turned it the other way, but it's going to be picked up by Alger and brought down by Franzik. It'll be cleared out of the zone. Dump back in. Alger can't get it into the zone before he's offside, so they'll have to regroup. Alger throws one up for Moline. Moline throws one in. Sorelli up off the boards and out. It'll be Castricani throwing one down. Sorelli. Sorelli throws one over for Gallardini. Bounce off of him and go the length. Billy George gets to that puck. It's going to be dumped on by Salze. George tried to lay a hit and falls down. Gallardini throws one across, picked up by Sarkis. Sarkis will dump that one in, and icing is the call. 5:25 remaining first period. Fast-moving game here. Central Catholic leading 1-0. Face-off going up to the right. Sorry, to the left of Jacob Dold, the senior. Been all 4 years here for the Central Catholic Vikings. And Alex Sarkis steps in. Face-off's won by Ethan Franzik. Down Franzik battles behind. Shot on, save made, rebound, losing the puck was Brendan Lamago. He had an opportunity in front. Get all of it. Phillips will just dump that out. Sarkis back into the zone. They'll play Pong. Phillips waits, throws one up. Franzik. Lamago will chase that one down. It'll bounce off the boards. Another bounce around here at Alpha Ice Complex. Gaffney into the zone. Gaffney head up, coming through. 3 blue shirts to beat. Gaffney will just get muscled off of there and be picked up by Lowry. Lowry throws it up the boards. Opportunity for Zach Wilcox. Wilcox into the zone. Shot low. Rebound opportunity for Lamago. Can't get to it. Lowry can't get to it. It's going to be picked up and thrown off of his mask. Wilcox, top of the slide around, has an opportunity on the opposite side of Atodian. He'll just dump that one behind, looking for it was Lamago, but it's going to be cleared up. And out by Central Catholic, Scalise looking for the opportunity, but Lowry's going to battle him off in the corner. Scalise battling around, switches over Wilcox. Wilcox lets it go with Gaffney coming in. Gaffney throws one up. Oh, it's going to be tipped out. Off the stick of Lamago is going to get a quick change. Petrillo pressures on Cox, and it'll just be dumped down. Morgan lets it go past him. Scalise lets it go, an opportunity. Wilcox and Petrillo meet up across for Wilcox. Wilcox loses the puck to Gaffney, and out comes Alger the other way. Beckham Alger. In, passes over. Shot, save, made on a good shot by Scalise, and here comes Canon-McMillan the other way. Petrillo. Petrillo across center. Throws one on net, save made by Dold. He dumped up by Alger, and here comes Scalise the other way. Scalise has Lewis. He's going to get muscled off nicely by Edgar. Edgar's going to dump it around. It's going to go right to Moline. Back down for Lewis. Moline will take it into the near corner. Back down, they'll play catch. Moline throws one on. Ooh, bounces it around and saved by goaltender James Morgan. That puck bounced up once, and a nice save by Morgan to keep an eye on it. 3:02 remaining in the first period. 1-0 is your score. Lewis steps in and wins the faceoff back. Peevich gonna battle along. Gonna go down. They'll continue to fight along the near half wall. They'll go out, and Vitodian will take the other end. Sorry, that's Gallardini gets pulled down as he's going. Penalty coming up against the Vikings. As Gallardini got on his horse but ended up getting knocked down, and it'll be a power play coming up for Canon-McMillan. Ethan Peevich will head off. Face-off will be to the left of Jake Dold. 2:40 remaining in the first period. 1-0 Central Catholic leads here at the Alpha Ice Complex. Once again, Anthony Tricana off with an injury. Sorry, Dominic Tricana off with an injury earlier. Looked like a knee-on-knee hit. I'm not going to speculate on the actual extent of the injury. It looked like that it was a rough hit. Tricana off. Tricana, a big part of the Big Mac's offense. Wilcox will dump that one down. Cup. Sorelli will dump that one down for Petrillo. Wilcox battling in the near corner. Back out, Sorelli. Across. Picked up, Franzik. Shot. Saved by Dold. Rebound. 2:02 remaining in the period. 1:20 remaining in the power play. Petrillo behind the net. Petrillo throws one up for Sorelli. Across. Phillips shot. Tipped in front and bounces the back. Franzik. It's going to be battled on by Gaffney. Tyler Gaffney with a heck of a play. Back out for Franzik. Franzik to Sorelli. Sorelli shot. Bounces into the corner. Rebound just off the side of the net. I don't know if Dold got a piece of that or not. Franzik waits. Tries to set up the play again. Back down Wilcox. The captain throws one on net. Wilcox back into the far corner. Waits. 1:23 remaining in the period. 42 seconds remaining in the power play. Wilcox gets it off the defender's shot. Save. It's blocked. Shot on into the logo. Held on to by Dold. 1:16 to go in the period. 36 seconds to go in the power play. Shots are 14-12 in favor of Canon-McMillan now as these two teams go back and forth. We're only a goal separating the two of them coming up to the end of the first period. Face off to the left of the seniors' net. Back across. Edgar waits. It's going to be cleared up. Castricani will pass that one out, and it's going to be cleared by Alger all the way down. Alger with a nice clear all the way down, gets it down to Salze. Salze plays catch with Vitodian, and it's going to come out for Lowry. Lowry gets held up by Alger, and it's going to go down. Lamargo will let that one go. Vitodian waits, shot, bounces it through the crease. Vitodian down, 40 seconds to go in the period. That's the end of the power play. Salze throws one through that goes through a great screen. And Edgar will battle off. Within it's going to be cleared up by the Vikings and out. 27 seconds to go in the frame. Back out Vitodian. Around the corner. Lamago will take the puck. Back down. Salze can't get to it, so opportunity here coming the other way is Scalise. Dom Scalise across for Moline. Throws one across. Say scores! 6.9 seconds to go. Moline throws one through Morgan that just slides through the 5-hole, and it will be a 2-0 lead for Central Catholic. 6.9 seconds remaining in the first frame. Moline came down with Scalise and just waited, threw it from the corner. And it slid through the pads of Morgan. 6.9 to go. Central leads 2-0. Face off one back up, and here comes Gallardini. He's just going to throw one on net. 2 seconds here to go. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of the first period with your score. Central Catholic 2, Canon-McMillan 0. We'll be back momentarily with the second period. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 goals by Josh Moline. The difference here is it's 2-0 Central Catholic heading into the second frame. Sorry, this updating some scoreboard stuff from myself. Josh Stolt and James Morgan putting on a good show here so far. In net, Morgan having the rougher part of the night than Dold. Back down, it'll be cleared. Tyler Gaffney passing it around for Nathan Cox. Cox throws one up, and it's going to go all the way out to Griffin Lewis. Lewis falls down as he's trying to get to the puck, so O'Donohue in the corner. O'Donohue battles off the massive humanity behind the net. Brought out by Lewis. Griffin Lewis throws one across. Moline looking for his hat trick. Goes back out. Gaffney will just puck back down. And here comes Central Catholic the other way. Central Catholic throws one opportunity here. Big save by Morgan on a tip in front and held on to. Actually covered and held on to. As that puck bounced off something as Morgan was coming across, he got stopped and the puck kept going but was able to get a piece of it. 16-18 remaining in the second period. Still a 2-0 lead. Battle of senior tendies here this evening. James Morgan and Jacob Dold. Sam Gaffney will step in with Wilcox, Zach Wilcox. Face off one back by Gaffney. Alger with a shot, block in front by Phillips. Across, backhanded in by Ritz. Back for Alger. Alger has Gaffney up along the boards, gets around his defender, that's Petrillo. Back out, Alger throws one across, and Sorelli will have to pick it up and carry it out. Dominic Sorelli will dump that one back to the blue line. Will be picked up and carrying the other way is Scalise. Shot on around. Phillips. Scalise go behind the net. Gaffney waits. Wilcox can't get to it. Petrillo battles around. Back out Alger. Alger back for Gaffney. Sam Gaffney. Battles behind. Nice play to throw it in front. It's going to be picked up and shot by Scalise. Back into the corner. Gaffney. Gaffney in the near wall. Comes up to the top of the circle. Throws one across. Opportunity there for Scalise. Couldn't get all of it. Edgar just pounced one out and going to go to a foot race here with Pivich. It's going to come back out and up. Or it's going to be picked up and dumped in by Gallardini. Pivich. Into the zone. Pivich. Down in the far corner. Throws one up. Alger. Alger skates to the top of the circle. Shot on. Save made. Salze will dump that one back out. Shot on by Pivich. Goes down into the near wall. Picked up by Central Catholic. Is going to go past. They'll chase it down. Gallardini will go in with Pivich. Pivich and Gallardini into the far corner. Alger waits. Goes behind his own net. Alger waits. Throws one up and back up and backed in. Lowry tries to find Gallardini. Nobody home. Pivich once again on the backhand. Up for Lowry. Lowry can't get to it, so passing it up. And out of the zone it goes to George. George dumps one up. It's going to go to Lowry. Tom Lowry waits, throws one across for Bednar. Nobody home, so it's going to come the other way. Alger throws one down behind the net around for Salze. It's going to go to the point. Oh, it's going to be tipped off the stick of Sarkis and kept in. Throwing one across. Oh, sits in front. It was tipped around. Opportunity. Shot on low. Tip. Was blocked by his own player looking for the tip, and it's going to sit in the crease and then get cleared up. Lamago will chase it down, but coming in is an opportunity for Sorelli, and it'll be picked up by Central Catholic. O'Donohue dumps one up. Looks for Lamago. Lamago into the near corner, back around. Batodian battles off, picked up by Dorazio. They'll battle it in the corner. Vitodian with a shot that goes off Dalton. It's going to be cleared out of play. 13:03 remaining in the second period. 2-0 is your score. Central Catholic leads. Face-off coming up to the right of the senior, Jake Dold. Off one back. Cox will dump that one around. Petrillo waits it picked up by Moline. Moline with both goals here for the Vikings. They cleared up. Petrillo back for Phillips. Braden Phillips passes it up for Petrillo. Edgar dumps one in. Edgar will battle off, and Petrillo waits, throws one across. Nope, back behind. It'll be Moline. I'll cap it in. Wilcox shot off a skate into the far corner. Nathan Cox bounces one around. Will go back to him. Cox up the boards. It'll find Griffin Lewis. Looking across. Moline coming in the zone. Moline gets around a defender's shot. Saved by Morgan. 12:11 remaining, second period. 2-0 is your score. Canon-McMillan trailing Central Catholic here in the second frame. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live. Thank you for joining me on this Monday evening. Salze will step in with Sam Gaffney. Back down. Beckham Alger will fight in the corner with Salze. It's going to be picked up by Canon-McMillan and cleared out. Opportunity here. Cleared up and dumped in by Ritz. Ritz gives it to Alger. Alger behind the net. On his backhand. Beckham Alger across. Off crop for Pievich. Nice shot pass, but it's going to be picked up. And Salze, nope. Pievich will take the puck and dump it behind for Sam Gaffney. Gaffney waits, throws one on net, held on to by Morgan. It's going to be loose, actually. Back down, up to the point. Pievich. Shot pass down for Gaffney. Will bounce back on net, and Morgan will hold on to it. 11:28 remaining in the second period. Big Macs will get a quick change. The Vikings will stay with their battery out there. They'll line up to the right of Morgan. Franzik will step in with Gaffney. Ethan Franzik, the senior. Sam Gaffney, the senior. Pievich throws one across. Opportunity for Gaffney. He's going to bounce around Franzik. He's going to have two cream-colored shirts by him. It's going to be picked up by Edgar. Edgar almost found him on the outlet pass. Vitodian was hanging out behind the net, but it was going to be nicely played by the defense. Hacken cleared out of the zone. Lamago will have to chase it down, but it's going to go the length of the ice, and they're going to call an icing call. 11:02 remaining in the second period. They'll face off to the right of James Morgan. Back down. Phillips will dump that one around. Throws one across. Shot. Save made on a shot by DeRazio. Cleared out by Sorelli, and it's going to go length. Billy George carrying it back in. Throwing it across. Good play to get it over to Berthold. Doug Berthold will dump one on net that'll bounce up off the boards. It'll be picked up behind by Franzik. Franzik waits, throws one up. Opportunity. It's going to go down. An opportunity coming the other way. 2-on-1. Vitavian comes in. Vitodian off the back of the wall. Be cleared up and coming the other way is DeRazio. He'll just dump that one in for Sorelli. Ice opening up a little bit here. Sorelli dumps one on the backhand for Phillips. Phillips throws one up for Vitodian. It'll be cleared length of the ice on a tip, and that'll be an icing call. 10:03 remaining, second period. We'll have a face-off coming down to the right of Morgan. Wilcox steps in with Moline. Back down, it'll be picked up and cleared by Canon-McMillan. Back out to the point, kept in nicely by Nathan Cox. Back down Moline, both goals on the day so far. Across, tries to tip it in front. Ben Scoter lets it go back out. It's going to be picked up by Wilcox. Wilcox into the zone. Wilcox throws one off of the blocker of Dole, throws one in front. Nobody home. Oh, here comes Gallardini. Battle around. Oh, opportunity here for Canon-McMillan coming the other way. Lowry. Lowry shot for the tip in front. Blocked by Tyler Gaffney. Up to the point. Down by Edgar. Edgar battles across. Oh, they'll battle off. And it'll be picked up by the Vikings. Opportunity here for Petrillo. Petrillo bounces one around. Petrillo as Edgar in front tries to go to that way, but Lowry's going to take it on the half wall. Lowry shot on, save made by Dold. Rebound comes back out. Opportunity behind for Wilcox. Up to Lowry. Lowry shot low. Look for the tip. And scores! It looked like the last player to touch it was Petrillo. We'll see what they officially say. Lowry took a shot on net. He's saying that's on me, so not sure if it touched something on the way in, but 2-1 is your score. 9:02 remaining in the second period. Cut the lead in half. A shot from Lowry goes off a couple things in front. Not sure if it was another player or not. 2-1 is your score. Central Catholic leading Canon-McMillan. Back out. Sam Gaffney will carry this out of the zone. Gaffney in, throws one across, look for the tip in front, save made. Central Catholic throwing all that they have at him. Scalise up to the point. Back down. Pivich throws one across, tip in front, opportunity there by Ritz. It's going to bounce off, and the net will have to come off again, I believe. Yep, the net came off its moorings again. 8:35 remaining in the second period. 2-1 is your score. Central Catholic leading the Canon-McMillan Big Macs here at the Alpha Ice Complex. Face-off coming up to the left of Morgan. Franzik battles with Gaffney down around. Gallardini around for Pivich. Goes back down Sam Gaffney. Gaffney putting on a skating clinic in the corner. Gets taken down by Franzik. No penalty on the play. Back out. Lamago tried to get to it. Alger in. Alger waits. Shot. Scores! Beckham Alger skated in nicely and fired a shot up the top corner. And it is 3-1 Central Catholic. He just dipsy-doodled the middle of the circles and fired one in the far corner. Went all the way across. Beckham Alger. That'll be his first of the campaign, it looks like. In comes, that was about 8-10. Lowry. That's this one around. Say 8:13 is the official time of the goal. It comes Canon-McMillan, but they have a problem with Tyler Gaffney taking the puck back. He'll go across for Cox. Cox passes one up. Picked up by Sarkis. Alex Sarkis waits, throws one on. Score! Sarkis throws one that bounces in off the far post. 7:43 remaining in the second period. 4-1 is your score now. 7:43 to go. Sarkis just threw that one from a hard angle and goes off of the far post. Face off at center, won by Canon-McMillan. Sorelli throws one in. Cleared up. Canon-McMillan trying to get back in this contest. Back down will be run out and cleared up to the point. Petrillo dumps one down. It'll go around Bednar. And it'll be a offside is the call. 7:22 remaining. Faceoff will be to our direct left in front of the Canon-McMillan bench. Late changes by the Vikings. Faceoff won by Central Catholic. Pivich trying to find Griffin Lewis on the way out. It's going to be picked up, and here come the Big Macs the other way. Franzik throws one across. Wilcox gets stick checked by Alger, and it's going to come back out to the point. Picked up by Central Catholic. Down Franzik. Waits, gets hit. And it's going to come back in. Oh, it's going to bounce around. Lamago is going to lose the puck. Pivich carrying it the other way. Pivich throws one on. Glove by Morgan held on to. 4-1 is your score. Face-off coming up to the right of the Canon-McMillan net. Central Catholic in control of this one with 6:42 remaining in this second period. Shots are 22-20 in favor of the Vikings. Salze will step in with Sam Gaffney. Down up to the point, shot by Moline. Moline to go. Back up, Pivich. Pivich at the point. Dumps one into the corner. Gallardini can't get it out of the zone, so Salze will come over and help him out. Petrillo will chase this one down with Pivich. It's going to be Petrillo getting the puck, throws one for Edgar in front when we muscled off, and Alger will come out of the zone. Alger throws one across for Gaffney. Gaffney cuts it across center. Gaffney up, shot, scores! That's going to be Dante Scalise. Make it 5-1. 6:07 remaining in the second period. Slowly getting away from Canon-McMillan. Morgan's going to be replaced in net by Chase Sloan. Sloan will be making his season debut here. Sloan, the junior. Right out, going to go back up to the point. O'Donoghue dumps one up. Tyler Gaffney. It's going to be picked up and coming the other way. Lamago throws one across, shot on by Franzik, gets picked up by Tyler Gaffney, and Gaffney will come the other way. Passes it over for Berthold. And Franzik will take him into the boards. Franzik back out, and we dumped the length of the ice. And no icing on the play. Tyler Gaffney waits, passes it up to Cox. He'll lose the puck. Lamago waits, dumps one back out. Vitodian will just tip it back in. Tyler Gaffney into the zone. Up and across. It'll be picked up by Alex Sarkis. Sarkis with the fourth goal here for the Vikings. Back around for O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue throws one on for Vitodian. Back out, and it'll be picked up by the Vikings. They'll play catch, and Cox will come out. Cox on the backhand. Moline dumps one in. Wilcox waits. Battles down. Wilcox is going to battle off in the corner. It'll be picked up by Central Catholic. Coming the other way is Griffin Lewis. Lewis passes a shot that Billy George took that went off the outside of the post, and you're going to hear that ding for 3 weeks. 4:37 remaining in the second period. Billy George took one off the post. You don't hear the post make that sound very often. Wilcox steps in with Lewis. It's going to be picked up and carrying it the other way. Petrillo across for Edgar. Edgar shot up into the netting off a deflection. I'll have a face-off down low. 4:28, second period. Moline steps in with Wilcox. Down, Alger behind the net. We'll bounce it around. Moline will come back and give him a little bit of a help. Down, Ben Scoter. It's into a battle along the boards. Peevich. It's into a battle along the boards. Ben Scoter. One more time. Carrying it out is Alger. Beckham Alger. Goes around, throws one across for George, but it's going to be picked up Petrillo, and Edgar coming the other way. Petrillo waits. Has Peevich all over him, so they'll wait. Alger will pass it back for Peevich behind the net. Peevich on the backhand over for Alger. Alger in the near quarter. Throws one up across for Peevich. Throws one out, and they'll go back and forth. Carried in by Moline. Moline, top of the circle, throws one across, and carrying it out is Edgar. Braden Edgar, the freshman, tries to make a move, but Phillips will have to take it back in his own zone. On the clear in by the Vikings, and here comes George. George throws one across, knocked down was Evan Benscoter. Benscoter just found that puck, flattened it in front of the net, drops it down, but it does get cleared the length of the ice, and we'll have an icing call. 3:07 remaining in the second period. Be cleared over and out comes Canon-McMillan. Behind, it'll be Kylan Bednar, the junior. And around on a backhand, Salze going to finish it. So Bednar will battle off. They'll come back out. Ritz throws one up for Gaffney. Gaffney lets it go. It stays outside his own. They need to make sure they don't get it in offside, and it does come back out for Bednar. Bednar. Shot glove by Dold, held on to 2:36 to go in the second period. Shots are 24-22 in favor of the Vikings now. They'll have a face-off to the left of the senior Jacob Godold. Soft down and cleared out. Phillips is going to keep it in nicely. Vitodian. It's a little bit of a battle with some of the Vikings and to be cleared up. Out Ritz will pass it for Scalise. Scalise throws one across. Ooh, I say it made rebound. Gaffney with a shot on the doorstep, but a save by Chase Sloan. The junior netminder coming in relief. Soft one back. It'll be picked up by Phillips. Phillips over for past Sorelli. Labago. Dumps one into the zone. Or to be Castricani. Carrying it out will be Central Catholic and dumped in by DeRazio. They'll have a battle behind the net, and out comes Central Catholic. They'll just dump it back in. DeRazio will chase that one down, but it'll go across. But DeRazio will get it back after a pass from Sarkis. Franzik and Sarkis get tied up along the boards, but coming the other way is Vitodian. Nice play there by Castricani to break that one up. Gallardini has to wait for his players to get onside. It'll be dumped back into the zone. George waits, comes in behind, he's passing it up, and Sarkis will just tip one back on net and held on to by Sloan. Lowry, 1 minute in about 3 seconds here. That's the minute marker for the period. They'll battle around. Back down, Lowry Waits, George looking for the wraparound. Save made. Oh, it bounced off of his pad initially. Lewis thought he had it, but Sloan was able to find the rebound, hold on to it. 50.7 seconds remaining in the second period. 5-1 is your score. Central Catholic leading Canon-McMillan here at the Alpha Ice Complex. Wilcox steps in with Moline. Little battle in and around. Lowry waits. Lowry throws one down. It's going to be picked up. An opportunity there for Central Catholic. That is Ben Scoter. Ben Scoter waits and has one thrown on by George, and it's going to go past everybody to Peevich. Peevich on the backhand. Pressure here from Petrillo. Petrillo waits, throws one down for Alger. Alger carrying it out of the zone. It's going to be cleared up, and the length of the ice on net. Sloan had to redirect it to the corner. O'Donoghue, 8 seconds to go in the period for Cirilli. Cirilli dumps one up, looking for Edberg, kept in by Peevich. Peevich across from Moline. Shot, save, made as the buzzer sounds on a shot by Griffin Lewis, and that's how the period will end. Your score at the end of 2, Central Catholic 5, Canon-McMillan 1. We will be back with the third period in a few minutes. All right, welcome back here to the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmer Township, Pennsylvania. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live. Thank you for joining me here. This one is, of course, not out of control yet, but Central Catholic leading Canon-McMillan 5-1. Big third period. I'm sorry, for the second period for the Central Catholic Vikings here. See how this one went down. Opening up the scoring was Josh Moline. He also got the second goal. They walked out of the first period, I believe, at a 2-0 lead. A late goal from Moline was able to give them that lead. The Canon-McMillan Big Macs got a little bit of pressure back as they got a goal from, but I believe it's Tom Lowry. There's no official live scoring right now on the site, so I can't officially decide who gets that goal for them. You'll have to check that out later on the PIHL website. But then led on to the fourth goal of the game, which was the third goal for the Central Catholic Vikings, and that was Beckham Alger heading into the offensive zone, came in on the opportunity and threw one in on net. So it was shot on, and it was a nice shot coming across his body and put one into the top corner. Alex Sarkis would come in and fire one on a weird angle that would beat James Morgan off the far post, and then Dante Scalise was able to get you one later for your Central Catholic fans out there. That would make it a 5-1 lead, and Central Catholic just seems like they are just one step ahead of the Canon-McMillan Big Macs. If you look at it on paper, yes, they do have it in the lead, but if you go ahead and back and forth, they will have the advantage. The Big Macs look like they are just playing from behind the entire time. They are rushing a lot more than they should later in the game, but when you're down that much, it doesn't make much of a difference at this point. You're going to have to get back in 4 goals going into the third period. Of course, you have to remember they lost one of their big guns, and that's Dom Chircana. I believe he was a all-star last year for Canon-McMillan, so one of the big details that they had on their power play and on their penalty kill is now missing out of their lineup after that brutal hit in the neutral zone. I haven't had a chance to relook at that. Let's look at that out-of-town scoreboard real fast. Norwin leading Shaler 4-1. That's on the Westmoreland Sports Network right now. That's at Palmer Imaging Arena. No other games are underway yet, well, unless they had just happened. Bishop McCourt is at Mars at the Barrel Ice Complex at 7. The Shannock and Bishop Canavan is at Ice Castle. That one will be on 10-band TV if you want to check them out. Butler hosting Penn Trafford at Frozen Pond at 7:10. Ringgold and Wilmington facing off at Hess at 7:15. Wheeling Park at Montour at the Island at 7:15. Fox Chapel is hosting Plum here. I will have that call momentarily after this one ends here on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and on the 10-band app. Hampton is at Kiski at Palmer Imaging whenever the Norwin and Shaler game goes to final. Mount Lebanon Ice Center is hosting Chartiers Valley and West Allegheny at 8:30. Baldwin hosting Seneca Valley on the back half of the doubleheader on 10band.tv. That's at 9 p.m. And Avonworth hosting Quaker Valley at 9 p.m. This one, of course, 5-1 Central Catholic leads Canon-McMillan. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live. We will be back momentarily with your third period. Enjoy the Zamboni. I swear, ladies and gentlemen, before I'm done doing all of this with Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and the league in general, I will put a wireless camera on a Zamboni, and you will have an intermission video as such, just because, you know, I'm apparently addicted to Zambonis and the blades of steel look on all of the thing, you know, having the Zamboni cross across the front of it. But one of my goals is to put a camera on the Zamboni and use it during the intermissions. I don't know. I'm crazy, but the whole thing's been crazy for me this entire trip, so I thank you all for watching and joining along in the last couple years as I try to grow what we do here in the region. But we are here at the Alpha Ice Complex for a PIHL AAA matchup between the Canon-McMillan Big Macs and the Central Catholic Vikings. It is 5-1 Central Catholic heading into the third period. Your shots are 27-22 in favor of those Vikings. The Vikings 2-0 to start the season so far. Talked to Bill Connolly before the game. He said he was trying to be under the radar this year, but it's pretty hard to stay under the radar whenever you're in first place, so the cat's out of the bag. Central Catholic's back a couple down seasons the last couple years. Canon-McMillan, a little bit rougher of a go for them this season. Graduating a lot of their seniors, a lot of their scoring from last year. We've got a period to go here, so we'll find out what happens. Face-off one back to Beckham Alger. Alger's going to lose the puck behind him. Lamago is going to go and try to grab it. It's going to be picked up by Ben Scoter. Back out for Lowry. Lowry able to keep it in. Lowry dumps one on, bounces around, it scores! Tom Lowry bounces one in the unconventional way, and it's 5-2, 16:45 remaining in the third period. Lowry gets that one early back, and it's a 3-goal lead for Central now. This is what Canon-McMillan needs to do, is just chip away at it. Franzik will step in with Sarkis. Alex Sarkis, one of the goal scorers here today. Face off one, back across. Sarkis is going to take it and backhands it on to the bench. It'll be gloved by Gallardini. It'll be dumped back on the ice. 16:39, face off back at center. Cook drops the puck between Franzik and Sarkis. So cleared over to the near boards. Picked up by O'Donoghue, who dumps it down the ice. O'Donoghue around. Lamago dumps it behind the net. Tyler Gaffney can't get to it. It's Franzik throws one behind. Let's see what Ryan Lamberger's Canon-McMillan Big Macs can do. Get down. Lamago battling off. It's going to be kept in nicely there by Franzik. Franzik giving a little pressure off of him, going back behind. Vatodian waits, backs for O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue shot, looks for Lamago in front, can't get it off the bounce. Franzik throws one behind. Low side is Lowry, and it's going to go back out. 2-on-1, possible the other way. Into the zone, shot on just wide of the net by D'Orazio. D'Orazio throws one across. Vatodian will take it and carries it out. Vatodian across for Lamago. It bounces off his skate. And they'll regroup. Up to the point. Sorelli battles off in the neutral zone. Picked in by Cox. Cox across, shot, tipped in front, blocked by Phillips. Phillips back into his own zone. Picked up by Gaffney. Sam Gaffney at the top of the circles. Opportunity here. Wilcox separates the puck from him. Help from Edgar. Back for Gaffney. Gaffney waits. Phillips can't get to it. Gaffney in the near corner, down behind. That'll be Scalise. Scalise throws one across on the backhand, just wide of the net. Past Sloan. It'll bounce back out. Shot on, look for the tip in front, and I think that Gaffney got a piece of it, but it did end up in the back of Sloan's glove. So we'll have a face-off to the right of the juniors' net. Face-off will be to the right. Wilcox steps in with Gaffney. Back it around. Gallardini. That was Alex Gallardini. As Wilcox goes behind. Lowry takes one, dumps one out for Petrillo. Petrillo can't get to it. So Billy George dumps one back around. Back for George. George tries to get around Gaffney. Does get to Edgar. Edgar gets up. Heck, and a big hit in front by Ritz. It's going to go out. And Gallardini is down, and he is hurt. That hit came up, hit him hard. Gallardini is down, and he is not in good shape. I am not going to put this on. We'll take a break here momentarily, and we'll be back at the Alpha Ice Complex. The way that Gallardini went down, I wanted to make sure so everybody's aware. We don't want to have the video whenever he's down. He took the hit, but we don't know how his condition's going to be. I just saw him the way he was moving around on the ice, and we won't ever show the video of a player in that condition. So if anybody has any questions about that, we won't show that on the ice until we know the player's good and up and running. We're not going to put that on air for you guys. But Gallardini is being helped off the ice. He'll be the second Canon-Mac player headed off under injury so far this season, so a little conversation was to occur to what happened. Face-off will be directly to the front, across from us in front of the penalty box from the Vikings bench. We'll close up the gate on the opposite side, and we're going to get back to action here, as it'll be Franzik stepping in with Moline. Franzik and Moline will step in. It'll be cleared back up and out. Alger, hook the face-off win. Back across. Pivich. Pivich throws one around. Ben Scudder can't get to it. Coming the other way is Lamago, but it's going to be picked up and carried in by Griffin Lewis. Lewis dumps one down. Goes around past Lowry. Ben Scudder paddles around. It's going to be Lewis. We're passing it around. Back for Lewis. Lewis to the slot. Ben Scudder shot off a tip and goes out of play. Face off. 13:51 remaining, second period. 5-2 is your score. Central Catholic leading Canon-McMillan. Moline. Back out. It's going to be cleared down. Vatodian. Almost made to that one. They picked up by Pivich, but Franzik's going to steal that one back out. Franzik can't hold on to it coming the other way. It was Griffin. There's a battle in front. They're going to go at it in front of the net. The bench here. Back down. Picked up and across Ben Scudder. Ben Scudder in, looking in front. Shot Moline just wide of the net. Goes back out to the point. Ben Scudder battles off with Lamago. Back out past Alger. And Pevic comes in. Sorelli tries to separate the puck. Gets hit high stick on the puck right there. It'll be touched by Central Catholic, and it'll come all the way back down. 12:58 remaining in the second period. Face off to the right of the senior Jake Dold. Edgar comes in and is going to try to win the face-off forward, but Gaffney will take it. Tyler Gaffney tries to pass it out. Picked up by Edgar. Back for O'Donohue. O'Donohue's shot goes wide of the net. Off a deflection, and it'll go back down. Nathan Cox back for Tyler Gaffney. Gaffney passes one around. It'll be back up to Donahue. Petrillo. Petrillo waits, gets the puck. Throws one low. Nope, Petrillo throws one on for Edgar. Can't get through. He picked up and carried the other way. Bertold across and cleared in by D'Orazio. D'Orazio can't get to it, so it'll be O'Donohue. Throws one out. Gaffney. Petrillo is going to be all over him. Petrillo holds on to it. Wilcox is not going to make it in on side, so they're going to have to regroup. Cox behind the net. Nathan Cox gets around Petrillo, and a little bit of pressure from Wilcox. Let's go back out. Across for Phillips. And out of the zone comes Sorelli. But Gaffney's pressure makes it go back in for a second, but Tyler Gaffney will collect it, and Cox will take it, passes it up. Carrying it in is Scalise. Scalise, right? Gaffney's shot is blocked and taken with away. Gallardini. This will be Nico Gallardini in and around. Gallardini waits. It's going to be Billy George, but Wilcox will collect that. Gallardini throws one off a hard angle. Back behind for Wilcox. Wilcox looking to go back. For Lowry. Lowry for Wilcox. Back down. Gallardini. Nobody home. Gallardini opportunity here. George coming the other way. Carried it out will be Gaffney. Gaffney. In and cleared up. Scalise. Back out to the point. Sorry about the camera, guys. Back for Gaffney. Sam Gaffney around. Going to be cleared out of the zone. Bednar. Bednar picks up the puck. He's going to carry it in. Bednar. Back down. Look for the hit in front, but it's going to go back around. O'Donohue. O'Donohue fires one. Save made by Dold. Back around. Bednar. Salze can't get to it, so it'll be Gaffney battling along with Salze. Gaffney out of the zone. Gaffney in the neutral zone, lets it go. It's going to be picked up nicely by Ritz. Ritz for Gaffney. Gaffney on the backhand for Ritz. Save made, held on to by Sloan with the big save. 10-12 remaining, second period. 5-2 is your score. We'll be back. Sorry about the camera, ladies and gentlemen. I needed a cough real fast, and I didn't get a chance to get to it until that break. Griffin Lewis steps in with Ethan Franzik. Won by Franzik, back for Phillips. Phillips around for Sorelli. Built up that one out, looking for Vitodian. Can't get to it, so it'll be dumped in by Sorelli. Pevic passes one out for Alger. It'll be picked up and carried the other way. Sorelli, nice little takeaway. Back down, looking for a tip was Vitodian. Back out, Vitodian. Has Alger all over him. Picked up, carried in is Moline. Moline back to Moline again. Opportunity here on the backhand. Moline waits, shot just wide of the net. Goes down into the corner. Picked up by Franzik. Franzik around Phillips, but he goes for Sorelli. Sorelli in the near corner. Sorelli battles off. It's going to be picked up by Pevic. Shot on by the front by George, and out come the Big Macs. Pevic goes back behind. They're going to call offside. Puck ended up in the back of the net. 9:09 remaining in the second period. Face off directly in front of the Central Catholic bench. We have another game for you following this one. It'll be Plum and Fox Chapel. Petrillo carrying into the zone. Petrillo on the backhand around, past Dold. Edgar with an opportunity shot. Save by Dold. Tough angle for Edgar, but Dold was able to be up to task. Braden Edgar. Little extra tape over the captain's C from his JV jersey. Might even been the freshman jersey, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, the middle school jersey, I believe it was JV jersey. Up and across, Lowry. Throws one up over top. Petrillo. Doing O'Donohue, and Petrillo will battle off. O'Donohue with Petrillo. Go back behind Cox, lets it go around. Berthold makes it out of play, and Lowry will just dump that one back in, where Berthold will take it. Doug Berthold in. It's muscled off by Lowry. Berthold looking for the backhand opportunity there for DeRazio, but can't get it. Edgar going the other way. Edgar waits, throws one across. Wilcox waits, top of the, oh, Wilcox with an opportunity, couldn't finish it up. Wilcox down in the near corner. Up, Edgar, shot, saved by, no, it might have been a block by Gaffney. Back down into the near corner. Phillips battles off and kept in nicely by Canon-McMillan. Phillips skates into the far wall, throws one on the backhand behind, looking to try to get it himself, but Edgar's able to chip it back behind for Cox. Cox comes around for Berthold, and it'll be cleared out of the zone. Wilcox will chase it down into the zone. Full-scale change for Central Catholic, everybody but Cox. Back around, Dold throws one around. Petrillo lets it go. Phillips shot, looking for the tip in front. Sorelli can't get to it. Back out. Lamago throws one across. It'll be picked up by Cox and cleared out. Opportunity for Gaffney coming anyway. Gaffney comes in, passes one across. Oh, he does take a shot. I thought he was taking a pass. Tried to throw that one over the post, but coming the other way is Franzik. Franzik with a head of steam. Has Vitodian. Shot by Vitodian, saved by Dold. 7:08 remaining, second period. 5-2 was your score. Central Catholic leading Canon-McMillan here at Alpha Ice Complex. Gaffney steps in with Franzik. Face off one back by Central Catholic. O'Donohue passes one around, nobody home. Franzik waits. He'll go back and forth. Vitodian. Back out for O'Donohue. O'Donohue shot goes through and saved by Dold. To be picked up and carried out by Ritz. Can try to get it out of the zone. Is offside is the call. Scalise came in, was unable to stay on side with Ritz. And we'll have a face-off directly in front of the Canon-McMillan bench. Gaffney steps in with Franzik. One back into the zone to Phillips. Back across for Todian. A nice pass to get through. Todian, big shot. Tipped by Billy George and out of play. Off of Dold at 6:34 remaining in the second period. Lamberger will change his offensive output. Salze will step in with Bednar and Gallardini. EMT heads back into the box. Down Gallardini for Phillips. Down for Gallardini. Bednar around. It'll be Castricani. Back down, it'll be Billy George. Around for Ritz. Ritz cutting across. Opportunity here coming the other way. Central Catholic shot. Scores! Scalise gets his second. And it's 6-2 in favor of Central Catholic. 6:16 remaining in this third period. Although the scoreboard says second, it is the third period. Wilcox will step in. We have the EMT is heading over to one of the benches. Looks like Castricani maybe. Getting looked at. Yep, they are going to have Castricani head off to get looked at. Six-two is your score. Central Catholic leading Canon-McMillan. First of our doubleheader here at the Alpha Ice Complex. Face-off will be dropped. Moline and Wilcox. One back to Lowry. Picked up by O'Donohue. O'Donohue will dump that one in. Goes around looking for Alger. Back out for Lowry. Lowry's shot tipped in front, goes near corner. Picked up by Central Catholic. They'll backhand it over for Alger. Alger up for O'Donohue. Takes a fucking opportunity in front for Petrillo on the backhand. Just throws one over the cage. Petrillo with a wide open opportunity on that play. Wilcox waits, throws one up. Lowry looking for the HT. Back up for O'Donohue. The apparent HT, because I don't know what the scorecard looks like on his first goal. But I'll give him the second one. Back in Moline. Moline looking for the HT. Gets taken down on the way through. Lowry. Up, bounces off a couple defenders, and in comes Central Catholic. Shot on, tipped in front for Alger. Can't finish it up, and net's off again. Net is off again. 5:22 remaining in the third period. Shots are 32-28 in favor of the Vikings. Central Catholic looking for their 3-0 start, and it was their 50th anniversary season. 72 to 2002. They're touting this year for the Vikes. Back down, Griffin Lewis leaves it behind for Phillips. He'll go around and set up around the boards, and they'll hold on to it. 5:11 to go, third period. Franzik holds on to the puck. Franzik will dump one around. Petodian carries it out in front, throws one up for Lamago. Into the zone, he goes down on a hit by George. Go around. Tyler Gaffney can't get to it. It's going to go back into the corner. Griffin Lewis will just dump that one around, looking for himself. Lewis does get to it, gets it out. Up for Moline. Lewis is going to get it back. Lewis goes to the slot. Opportunity. Shot blocked in front on a shot by Ben Scoter. In the half wall. Shot wide of the net by George. Down will be picked up by Lamago, and they're looking for Vitodian, but good play by George to get back and block that one. Gaffney throws one up, and Phillips will take it back in the zone. Bounces one off a skate, and Bertold will take it in. Bertold on the backhand looking across, and big pile up in the Canon-McMillan crease, but Lamago will carry it in. Lamago around for Vitodian. Nope. Moline the other way. 4 minutes to go in this one. Moline went on a backhand shot off the side of the net. O'Donoghue back up. Gonna go for Votodian. Shot saved. Old held on to. 3:45 remaining, second period. 6-2 is your score. Face off coming up to the left of the senior Jake Dold. Wilcox will step in. With Sarkis. Will be one across and back for Alger. Alger up and thrown out. The point. Berthold will pass it across for Sarkis. Goes one on, shot on, scores! DeRazio, the junior, will get the goal, and it'll be 7-2. DeRazio, his first of the campaign. .324 to go in the third period. Back around, Gaffney wins the faceoff. It'll be cleared in by the Vikings. Phillips throws one around. And get it out as we picked up and carried out for Bednar. Gaffney, nice play to get back behind. Gaffney across, and it's going to go past for Gallardini. Gallardini will just dump that one. We'll have that one dumped in front of him. That was actually by Sorelli. Back around at Gaffney. Out. Passes it up for Pievich. Pievich will carry it into the zone. Across, looking for Gaffney. Around. Sorelli battles Gaffney in the far quarter. Back out. Opportunity there for Ritz. But it's going to be dumped back into the corner. Gaffney. Sam Gaffney tries to get around a defender. Gets there and away. Back around. Gaffney. Throws one across. Shot, save, made, rebound. Oh. Couldn't put it away. It was Ritz in front. Gaffney on the half wall. Up shot by Kyler Gaffney. Down around. Picked up. And carried in is Scalise. Scalise on the backhand across for Gaffney. Sam Gaffney. Looks to the point. Goes to his brother Tyler. Tyler Gaffney will dump that one behind Phillips around, but nope. It's going to be picked up by Scalise. Back down across. Tyler Gaffney looking for the shot. Back out. Ritz. Passes it across. Leaves it for Scalise. Scalise down around. Gaffney. Phillips. Back down. Gaffney. Waits. Off for Scalise. Shot wide of the net. Sloan has no stick. It's been a couple seconds on that one. 1:20 to go in the game. Back down. Gaffney battles around as we cleared the length of the ice. It doesn't go long enough to be icing. It hits the goal line and bounces back around. Dold played it. Throws around. 1 minute to go in the period. Back down, out. Shot on. Coming around. Opportunity comes out. Lamago. Lamago is going to battle off DeRazio. DeRazio, nice play. Lowry's going to carry it out. Lowry looking for his third, but it's going to be picked up. DeRazio. Sarkis can't hold on to that one, so Donahue gets one out for Vitodian, but it doesn't make a stick. Back the length. O'Donoghue chases it down. Going in the near corner. 24 seconds to go in regulation here. 20 to go. 17 seconds to go here. They'll battle in front. O'Donoghue carrying it in is Bertold. Bertold shot off of the mask. Rebound opportunity. It's going to go wide. Back down Franzik. 6 seconds to go. It's going to go out of play, and that, my friends, is how this one will end with a final score. The Central Catholic Vikings 7, the Canon-McMillan Big Macs 2. Central Catholic heads to 3-0 on the season. Canon-McMillan 0-3. Fun one here. We will be back with your second game on the new feed. I am Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live. Thank you for joining me. We'll be back with Plum and Fox Chapel